Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of TerraTech. As you can see, I am on my way adventuring out, being daring and everything. I also got small generators with me and, tons of wood, so we can always regenerate a little bit of power and we don't have to get back to the base as quickly. We have to be a little bit careful not to carry around too much because the vehicle gets a little bit heavier every now and then. What did we discover here? I think that's a part we already have. Yes, it is the fixed anchor. We did discover this previously, so let's just go ahead and sell this bad boy. Oh, look at that, we can just take an infinite amount of those guys. That's pretty badass. What else could we discover? I guess we could go ahead and kill this enemy over there. Yeah, this looks like a guy we can take on. Oh geez, he does have some serious firepower. So we will have to do some serious recharging, and of course it's one of these annoying boogers who just circle all around. But there we go, let me drill you a little bit. That is a good start into an episode. Totally devastated. Oh, and there we go, it is actually nighttime. Stop resisting! There we go, got him cornered into a tree and he's going to explode. Beautiful, a beautiful start into this episode. Let's go ahead and actually queue up a bunch of refueling. Queue up refueling? What the heck am I talking about? I just want some more electrical charge. Anyways guys, I think it's time to get back to the base. On the way back we are going to collect some more resources, and after that it's time to go for another project, set ourselves another goal to achieve in today's episode. I think this vehicle design is rather good. Those hover plates are actually rather important because your vessel gets really heavy with all of the materials and this can get out of control rather quickly. The hover plates kind of help to counteract this issue. There we go, there's some more blue rock, we gladly take that. Refine it some more, we already got 64,000 freaking BBs. It's time to go for a real big project. Our base can be seen from far away. I actually do like that. I would say we're gonna pick up some more wood on the way back. Look at how the materials stack up. This is just insane. Anyways, in the previous episode you might have seen it. Our base exploded because I took apart the wrong block, and of course that was not a good idea. And then, even worse, I didn't see that there was an undo button, so I'm really sorry about that. I could have undone all the misery that I have caused, but it was hilarious nonetheless. There we go. Oh man, this is just crazy. There's too many cloud particles. But yeah, we will be getting tons and tons of BBs. So let me just think about what we want to achieve in today's episode and I'll be right back. Right, back we are, and I think I found just the topic we could explore in today's episode, and that is crafting. Hooray, finally I have installed myself a little refinery right here, just in case we need it. And then we should also have a crafting station. It is called a fabricator grade 2. Great, so maybe let's take the refinery a little bit closer. Those spots are not the best. Maybe we can put them on top of here. This is just a temporary setup in order to test out what we can do. And now that we are set up with a fabricator and a refinery just in case we need it, let's collect a bunch of materials and see what we can do with that. I'm actually really excited about this. Maybe we can craft a bunch of blocks we don't even have yet. Oh, look at that! There's a huge vessel. Gonna take that out soon. But first, let's try and put 2 of those sap jellies into the fabricator and check out what will happen. Does something happen? Oh, look at that! It actually transformed into a stabilizer wheel. So we have already figured out a recipe. Will also something happen with the wood? It doesn't look like, but maybe we can refine the wood. Let's try to do that and put 1 drop. No, we cannot put the drop on top of the fabricator either. So that's good. It will only take specific materials and you cannot put something on there that doesn't even work. That is great. Okay, next we got some ore. Oh no, we got an enemy. We have to take care of the enemy first, but I don't think he is actually going to be an issue. Maybe we still fuel up our batteries in the meantime, since we can do both at the same time. Hooray! Does he have some new parts? I don't actually think so. Give up, give up, give up, give up. There. Ooh, he actually did a lot of damage there. Look at that. We have to repair intensively. Anyways, look at that. We got some plumbite ore. I'm pretty sure we can do something with that. Oh, I just lost the plumbite ore. I don't know where it went. There we go. I found it again. We're gonna place that into the fabricator. We're also gonna sell a bunch of these materials just because I'm a greedy bastard and I cannot get enough money. Gives me all the money, please. Oh, this is a new part. Yeah, this is definitely a new part. Let's check that out. What is that? It is a Tetrox booster jet. Great, we're getting new stuff. We're gonna sell that as well now that we have unlocked it. Yeah, I'm not bringing any more stuff back home. I'm just selling everything. It's a much better solution. There we go. I guess most of the parts are packed up. Now let's take a second plumbite ore and put that into the fabricator as well. And I want to check out what the results will be, if there will be a result. Oh, the result is a normal block. So 2 plumbite ore result in a normal block. And I know, guys, there is a wiki about all of the crafting recipes, but I kind of like to explore them myself just to begin with, and after that we can, you know, go for specific things. Let's try to find some more ore and see what we can craft with that. Maybe we can even unlock parts that we don't have yet because we can, you know, craft them. Let's see, we're also gonna grab some of that green stuff. Come on, give me green stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, there we go. I think I got enough stuff. What is this even called? It is called erudite shard. Let's see what 2 erudite shards will do. Oh geez, I cannot aim correctly. I'm not sure, maybe it doesn't allow me to do it because there is no recipe for that. Let me actually check recipes now. You know what, I think this could be a case where we need it in the refinery first. So let's place one right there. And as soon as this one is refined, we're gonna grab another one. Yeah, look at that. This seems much more like it. We're gonna place that into the fabricator, refine another one of those guys. Of course, later on we would want to automate all of these processes, but as I said, we want to figure out some stuff. Looks as though this will be a recipe, and what will we get? It is, oh my gosh, an AI module. I didn't even check. I just checked a bunch of things that you could do. Right, so I would say we're gonna sell this right away. We don't need it at the moment, but it is so great. Now we can actually collect materials, and maybe we can even, you know, have a sample of hundreds of materials and just grab whatever we need for the block that we want to craft. So let's try to craft something that we don't have yet. Let's also fuel up our vessel a little bit and sell this wheel. Okay, I see the main thing we seem to be missing right now is a better fabricator. Since we are only limited to 2 materials, we can only make this many different types of blocks. So yeah, I guess that is gonna be an issue. Anyways, I need carbide ore. Do I already have that? This is a light jelly, luxite shard, carbide ore. I actually do have some carbide ore. So let's grab that and put that into the refinery. Oh yeah, get refined, baby. Look at that. And then we're gonna grab that, put it into the fabricator, and we're also gonna refine one of these. I already forgot the name. Erudite shards. Come on, give me the green crystal. And again, oh, I placed it already in there. It went in there automatically, and what it made is a silo. I don't think we have that yet, though it is not a very special block, but you know, I just wanted to see whether or not we can actually unlock stuff, and it seems as though we can. Even though, you know, it might be that we already had it. I happened to be wrong in the past. What is this? This is rhodite ore. I think we can use that for something. Yeah, we could use it, for instance, to make a generator according to the wiki. So I think this might actually be a good idea. We're gonna make ourselves a really nice station. What the heck is this? Why did you just turn around? That looked scary. Oh man, my turret is scaring me. Anyways, what we potentially want to do is not get too close to the crafting station there. The refinery one, I mean. We want to get maybe up the hill a little bit, have another solar generator placed right here somewhere along these lines. And now we can start to stack up stuff. Let me try that crafting recipe again. We're gonna refine the carbide ore, and after that we're gonna refine the erudite shard. Come on, you can do it, you can do it. Oh no, it is still waiting in line. There we go. And we should get the silo, shouldn't we? Yes! My short-term memory isn't as bad as I thought. There we go. So we could have that right here, and then we could start to stack up items, right? Let's see. How many can we place here? I hope a whole lot. Let's actually check that out. Oh no, only 2. Ah, no, it can only take a single stack of items. So that is even better. Oh my gosh. I can see the whole purpose of this now. So let's do this the legitimate way. We're gonna try to craft our way through this. What we want to have is a bunch of receivers and a bunch of silos, I think. So let's see. In order to get silos, we want to refine the sap jelly. And once that is done, we also want to take one luxite shard and refine that bad boy. And this should actually result in a receiver, I think. Come on, get over here. I think I did it the wrong way. Maybe we have to take one of these. Yeah, rubber brick and luxite shard, it says. Oh, that's too bad. The wiki doesn't seem to be up to date. I'm pretty sure that I'm using the right materials now, but it's not really working out now. So let's continue with refining the carbide ore and refining the rhodite ore. No, rhodite is not what I needed. I needed erudite. There we go. So we get some more silos. Oh my gosh, look at that. I just took apart my vessel and now we can undo and everything will be there again. I'm so glad this feature actually exists. Otherwise, I would be screwed so many times. Anyways, guys, I'm a little bit too lazy. Let's go ahead and check out the trade station. There we go. We want to purchase a bunch of blocks. As I said, there's a bunch of blocks we still have to unlock. Actually, not too many, but still. Let's purchase about, 5, 6, 7, I don't know. I'm just gonna purchase a bunch of those. And we also needed a bunch of receivers, which I believe are right here. Yeah, there we go. At least one for each station. And this would allow us to, specifically sort out materials, which I believe is a great feature, isn't it? So let's see, can we just hook them up like so? Yeah, let's do that. I want to take them all with me, including the receivers. I think I got everything. Yeah, we're gonna move over here and place that bad boy right there. And oh no, that does not work at all the way I anticipated. Of course, the receivers will not sort out items. I will have to do that myself. But I think I know a way we can achieve that easily, namely with a conveyor belt. So let's purchase a bunch of those as well. Oh yeah, guys, our first crafting station. I'm already pretty fond of it. There we go, we got a bunch of them. Oh no, I'm losing materials. Stop doing that. There we go, I think I got them all. Oh man, this is crazy. Such a chaos. It would probably be best to kind of start with something else than the silo. I might just borrow a bunch of blocks from here and kind of add them maybe there. Yeah, let's make a distance of about 4 blocks before we start with the first silo right here. And then we are gonna require all the conveyor belts. So we're gonna start here. No, actually we will be starting on the other side. So let's just take all of the silos and place them next to each other. There we go. Everything breaks apart. That is good. And of course we're gonna have as many of those silos as there are materials. And hopefully we can even sort them out. But for now, this is just a test run whether or not it is actually possible to make a sorting system. So I would assume you have to start at the end of the line with the conveyor belts because they tend to move into the direction you place the blocks first. So we're gonna have that all snuggled up here. One more conveyor belt. I just took enough of those guys, and we're also gonna have receivers right here. Yeah, look at that. And now the materials will sort themselves out, and if they can, they will go into the slot where there is already one of the same materials. So this is actually really good. We purchased way too many receivers though, but we can simply resell them again. It's not tragic or anything like that. So let's drive backwards a little bit and try to sort out materials. I didn't mean to sort out the receivers though. Yeah, holy cow, look at that. I never thought this would actually be possible, but it is totally possible to have a sorting system in TerraTech. Look at that. I'm gonna let this finish for just a little bit and then I'll be right back. Well guys, I took myself the liberty of playing a little bit off camera. It is actually now the next day of recording, and before sleeping I just kind of fancied to increase and improve on my station, and look at that, this is our current sorting system, and holy cow, it works like a charm. What is happening, all the materials are being pulled right here, and as you can see, the conveyor belts are just bringing them along the sides of the silos or silos, I'm not sure. I considered that maybe they could be called silos instead of silos. But anyways, if there is a space somewhere for the materials, they will be sorted out and also refined directly into their, respective resource. So right here in the back row, we have all of the refined resources of the front row resources, the raw ones. And if there is space, they will be going into the line. So for instance, in the green department right here, we would have some more space, and also the black ore right here, which is the carbide ore, we still do have space for. Oh, for some reason the entire thing just changed around. Oh, that is interesting. Ah, look at that. I can right click and change the entire direction of the thing. That is crazy. I didn't even know. Anyways, you can see it is going along the lines here. And in case it cannot go on top of any of these sorting silos, it will be refined right here and sold. So all the excess materials will be sold, but we will have at all times the crafting materials necessary in order to do, the important stuff. And I think that is actually a magnificent solution. So we could go right here and, just grab the materials. For instance, I need one of these green thingy-majingies, and you saw it got replaced immediately. And then maybe we needed one of those guys, and it will be replaced as well, and the next thing will be refined. And all we have to do is just go right here. It doesn't matter what materials we have. If there is anything that doesn't fit right here, it will be just going along the lines right here. For instance, right here, you can see we already have a refined material. And of course, this last issue we could simply solve by adding another delivery cannon at the end right here. This would also mean occasionally stuff that could be refined will be sold, but it's not that much of a loss. But anyways guys, I think at this note we are gonna wrap up the episode. I sure hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're happy with the new system. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye bye.